So, what's going on, guys? I'm sitting here. My jeans are. There's like 3 or 4 spots of blood on my jeans. I just had a random bloody nose for like the first time in 5 or 6 years. I don't know. But either way, I had a situation yesterday that it's just very sad. You guys remember in Gone Girl when Rosamund Pike says, "My life went from sad to pathetic." I love that movie, Gone Girl. I actually think she said went from desperate to pathetic. But yeah, that was basically my life. Let me just say one thing, though, before I even get into it. They don't make movies like they used to. Think of this, guys. Go back to 2012, 2013, 2014. Gone Girl, Prisoners, The Martian, Interstellar, Prometheus, Wolf of Wall Street. And then people say, "Oh no, it's just your nostalgia." No, 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 no. There's a good example of 5 movies in a 2-year stretch. You're never going to see movies made like that again. It's just pathetic how they make them. But either way, guys, yeah, so my life went from sad to pathetic when, my mom a few days ago, maybe like a week ago, she asked me if I wanted to go to this. I don't know. I thought it was some holiday thing. You know, you go look at lights, maybe you get a hot chocolate, some yada, yada, yada thing. She said something about a tour. I don't know. I really didn't listen. And originally, like with most things she asked me to do, I say, no, I'm working, whatever. And this would have been during the day. So it's like, it's a Monday. Why would I do that? But then, because like at this point, I'm just trying to get out of the house. I'm trying to do something, do some interactions, go outside, whatever. I said, all right, I'll do it. That's fine. Can we do it in the afternoon? Because I wanted to do it where there were more people. Normally, I don't really like mingling with people, but it's just like, I need this. It's better for health and things like that. I'm dealing with horrible brain fog. I've got to go see my doctor. So I'm like, let me go do this. It's a nice little holiday thing. I thought you go out, you look at lights, something like that. I didn't really read into it. So we end up going. It's about 30 minutes away, which it is what it is. Another interesting thing that happened on the way there, I passed one of my former home baseball fields that was like 25 minutes away on the way there. And it's crazy, guys. The things that you associate, like when I was on that baseball field, I was 13, 14, 15 years old. I have not been on a baseball field honestly since I was 15, and especially those baseball fields that I passed, in my car, just going to whatever this, holiday event was. It's weird how your mind does this thing where it's like every memory I have from that baseball field, I was freaking 14 years old. I just find that so interesting. The exact same thing happened to me when I was at home. We used to have this really nice pond, this like 4 different waterfall pond in the front of my house, because it's kind of hard to explain, but we have this pathway leading up to my front door from my driveway, and in between there, like in between the house and the pathway, there's like this little weird shaped section, and we installed this very nice pond with fish and this little waterfall. Unfortunately, the waterfall had a leak. It really only worked for 1 year, but I want to say it was 2012, so that would have made me like 12 or 13 years old. And it's crazy, like every memory I have from looking visually at that waterfall, I was 12 years old when it was happening. It's just weird when you're younger, You never think of that when you're actually 12 or 13 or 14 playing baseball, but just looking back on it, you're like, man, I remember pulling into this parking lot, getting out, and playing baseball, and I was freaking 14 years old. And it is a very sad thing. But either way, just getting back to this event, so it ended up being this whole ordeal, this very long tour. I ended up having this, when I went into it, I started developing this horrible brain fog during the entire tour. I ended up acting like an NPC, which is really what you should do with those events. You don't want to be obnoxious or anything like that, but I just wanted to get through it. And it's just like they take you on a tour of all this, movie props that were used during Christmas movies. I don't know, guys. They're like, oh, this is Vince Vaughn's left jock strap from Fred Claus. And it's like, dude, seriously, like, come on. But it is what it is. So that honestly lasted like an hour 30. I should not have done it. It is what it is. My mom was probably happy I was there, but I definitely could have used that time because that was like a 3-hour window from, we left at 12:20 to 3:30. So that's my prime time for recording. I was still able to get like 4 or 5 videos out because I had one pre-recorded the night before that I was able to upload at 9 a.m. and then record 2 more videos and then go do this event and then come back home and record 2 more videos after that. So I was able to still stick to some type of schedule. I have thought of cutting back my schedule, and I think certainly in January, I mean, there's just no incentive, guys, if I'm going to be honest, when it comes to YouTube. I will tell you right now, with YouTube Pay, what I'm making right now, and of course, I always upload 4 or 5 videos, so you can't really call me one of those flaky YouTubers who only uploads during, when the ad revenue is good. But I will say, my revenue, I'm getting a 50% decrease. Pretty much all YouTubers will be getting a 50% decrease in revenue, how much money they make per 1,000 views starting in January. That's just the reality of the situation. It's not based off of watch time, watch percentage, interaction rate. It's just based off the fact that when the holidays are over, the advertisers don't want to pay, and YouTube will not. There's no wiggle room with YouTube because YouTube already is taking half from you. It's not like YouTube says, all right, now that the ads are going to go down, we're only going to take 25% from you so you can keep your income. They don't do that. They always take 50% no matter what. That's why pretty much how it always works in terms of ad revenue. January is the worst. February is the second worst. March is actually decent. Like, March is better than a lot of summer months because of March Madness. I guess the advertisements, or at least for me, maybe for most people it's different, but when I do March Madness, the advertisements are very good based on how much money you can make. It's not as good as the winter time, or it's not as good as like Black Friday time, November, December, but it is pretty good. March is decent. April's kind of crap. May is crap. June, July are kind of crap. August gets slightly better. September for me this year was really underwhelming. Like, how much revenue I was making. I thought it would go up significantly. It didn't. October was kind of underwhelming as well. And then these last 2 months are just, they're the best by far. It's not even close because you got Black Friday, you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, all the holidays. And then going into the new year, it becomes absolutely horrible. So I've thought of possibly cutting it back. I've got some different type of video ideas I want to do. I did order a new monitor. I'm expecting that today, actually. It's about a $370 monitor. And I thought I would let me throw this in before I forget it. I want to shout out my Discord. I normally only shout out my Discord on videos like this where they're personal videos, because when it comes to the conversation on Discord, it's better to get people that actually are fans of me and actually want to, have interactions with me through Discord, through messaging, rather than get a bunch of random people. Because I was thinking, like, I could just shout out my Discord during my NFL predictions video, but then the entire comments and the entire conversation on Discord would be completely hijacked by NFL games, which quite frankly is not what I want. I just want them to be fans of me, ask about videos, give me video recommendations. So I did shout it out during one 9/11 video, and that's why we've got a ton of 9/11 people, which I like because they give me great recommendations on videos. I've already used several different ideas from my Discord community to do different videos on September 11th. But either way, I am going to be, just shout out my Discord channel. Link to that is in the description if you guys are interested in joining that. But just getting back, I don't even know what I was talking about. See, I go off on these tangents and then I try and reel it back in. Oh yeah, my life went from sad to pathetic because of, it is pathetic thinking about like going to one of these freaking, I should have read what it was. I thought you were just going to be able to walk around, just free roam, maybe look at Christmas lights, maybe gingerbread houses or whatever. But it was, it was just this weird thing where you're in a group with 15 other people, you're jammed into an area, one of the tour guys says, blah, 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 this was used, in The Grinch, and this is his left testicle, take a look, and you go to the next, thing, and then the next tour guy takes you, and then the next, they keep passing it off. So, not a fan of that. I'm more of a fan of free roaming when it comes to going to the different places, especially Christmas places. And certainly I have to say, all of the Christmas magic that I felt as a young kid, because you do feel Christmas magic as a young kid normally. There were a few younger kids in our group, and it was very, very, cool to see those kids light up. They were very excited about all the Christmas stuff, but certainly for me, it's gotten so much worse to the point now it's like, we just had it, we were getting pelted with snow going to the car, coming out of that place yesterday, and it was miserable, man. You would think, oh, it's beautiful, we just did a Christmas thing, now it's snowing, and it's just like, no, this is terrible. I'm getting destroyed by snow. It's disgusting. Another thing, my mom really wants me to get a haircut. My hair is a complete mess, I have to say. This is the thing that happened to my hair. This is the thing that happened. So I decided to let the front of my hair grow out longer, and I just don't think, because I've been going to these different barbers, and I don't think the barbers have picked up on it. And I said the last time I went to this dude, this is probably the third time I've gone to this dude. I went before Thanksgiving. I said, listen, man, look, I need, like, the front of my head is the hairs in the front of my head. There's nothing, I can't style them. They're too long. You guys understand when a hair gets to a certain length, you can't style it. So you just have to push it back because it won't go up. The hair is too long. The individual hair is too long. Like, there's no styling it up. I used to always style my hair directly up. Never did I wear it down. And I still never wear it down because I think it makes me look like a bitch. But like, I went to this dude, and I think he was trying to milk me for money because this is a $50 haircut. And look, the place is very nice. I love this salon. You go to your own, private area, private room. The door closes. You're not intermingling with all these other people who are watching you get your haircut. And, that's the type of stuff I hate. So I like that it's a private room, and there's all these different private little pods that you can go into with the hairstylist. The issue is I think the dude's milking me for money because he barely cut anything. And I said, listen, you can keep it long, but it was really long. He barely cuts it. And then he says, oh, are you going to come back next month for a tune-up before Christmas? And I was like, come on, dude, you really think I'm that stupid? Obviously, you barely cut anything. It was a 20-minute haircut. It cost $50. Come on. That's one of the big things with men and haircuts. With females, to me, it's a lot easier. You can get your haircut. You can't even tell. But with males, it's like you actually need to find someone that knows what the fuck they're doing and you can trust. And I wanted to get it, and this never happened for me. Like, I've never been able to find a person that cuts hair that's just where it's just like, you just want it to snap. You want to go in, and then at a certain point, not even tell them. It's just like, it's the same thing every time, man. I come here once every, like, the guys that have it down to where they go to a specific dude once every 3 or 4 weeks, they're very lucky, because I never got that. My hair has always been a mess, and it's gotten to the point where it's so long, but it's not, it's like, do I really trust these people to cut it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bitch. Maybe I should just, just get a massive haircut or something, but I really can't do that, though, because my channel name, I have to keep long red hair, It kind of makes sense, and I don't know, I like keeping it a little bit longer, but either way, that's just kind of my life situation on trying to go out, trying to do new things. I developed I'm going to get my blood work done, so maybe I'm guessing they'll say, look, you need to eat more meat or something. I'm hoping that's what they'll say, because I did start eating steak. I've had steak the last 3 nights, but I also have had some carbs. At a certain point, I do need to cut carbs completely out. Honestly, I should probably just completely cut carbs out right now, because it's not worth feeling this bad to where I have this brain fog. Like, right now, I don't have brain fog. I feel fine, but when I get it, in my head, I'm saying just completely cut carbs out of your diet for a week and see if that fixes it. It's worth it. It's worth it for your brain to feel better, Or you don't even have to go that extreme and cut them out, but make it such a small percentage to where if you're having a meal or you're like throughout your entire day, you only have like 40 or 60 grams of carbs. That might be something I end up doing, but either way, guys, that's just the story of me. This is something, agreeing to go to this thing, whatever it was, that, you look around at freaking different Christmas props. This is something I would never do. Normally, I would just stay home and make videos, but I was like, I got to do something different because all I do all day is sit on my computer. This is what I do. I do Discord, I do Reddit, I do YouTube. Guys, that's literally, what I just said is the definition of like Virgin Life 101. Seriously, what I just said. I guess the only thing I'm missing is Xbox. And the crazy thing is, I'm getting my new monitor so I'll be able to play Xbox and record video now. So it's like I just hit the grand slam right there, didn't I? But either way, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.